salvation. Go, 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 go.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to another live show of Time to Vegas. It's always Time to Vegas. I'm Aaron Phillips. And, of course, sitting with me here at the Time to Vegas dais at the Go Live Vegas studios is the goddess herself, Miss Gypsy G. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, hello, everybody. What a nice, beautiful day.
It is. It is. A little breezy yesterday. The winds kicked up. But today, this morning so far, it is very nice for Vegas at this time of year. Absolutely.
Very nice.
Come on out. Hey, before we get started, just a couple of things for housekeeping rules and for business. Just want to remind everybody, please feel free to call us. We love talking to our nation out there. 702-329-6947 is our number. They'll appear at the bottom of the screen here eventually, right down below there. You'll notice we have a Twitter feed up. Live tweets will appear on the screen using the hashtag Time2Vegas. That is the number 2, as you see there. And if you comment, a question, whatever you need, we'll try our best to address it there live on the screen. If you're outside the U.S., 855-502-4321. And as always, we're going to be monitoring our chat groups, our watch parties. Please feel free to reshare and start your own watch party. We've got some exciting announcements, news, giveaways. Man, you're going to want your pen and paper to take notes about what's going on in Vegas and things that we recommend from top to bottom. And the beauty is, if you miss any of it, you'll be able to hear it on podcasts. Go to Facebook. Right. Go to Twitter. Go to Go Live Vegas mobile app. Download the mobile app to your phone. Take us on the go. Periscope. And now, and I know I forgot a couple more in there, we're available on Twitch. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I think that takes us now to like 7 different platforms that we are on LIVE right now live.
You know, I only went away for 2 days. That's so cool.
That's it, man.
I'm amazed at things I learn when I get back.
Couple of shout outs in the chat room. David Arlov, good to see you. Diane, good to see you. Jennifer Ekman from Burnt Offerings is in the chat, and we'll talk about something we got going on at Burnt Offerings here momentarily. But thank you, everybody. Please reshare our feeds. Call in. There's the phone numbers at the bottom of the screen. Give us a call. We want to hear from you, perhaps, what's your favorite Las Vegas thing to do. Share some of that with us while we chat about some of the things that we share.
Absolutely, absolutely. And some of you are going to really relate because you love some of the places we're going to talk about today, what is nearby. But first, we're going to talk about here, real close by, like Las Vegas Boulevard and the things going on there. Did you have anything else you wanted to share first?
No, I think I took care of all the business stuff that we need to. we got a lot to cover, so I'll interject accordingly as always.
I can count on you for that.
You betcha.
All right, so I did go away for 2 days and came back and was like, woo, all kinds of things happening in Vegas. Most of you know the Excalibur opened on the 11th, right? Oh, and by the way, hopefully T-Mobile fixed everything, so hopefully you guys got here by 9 o'clock, right? I got a lot of calls on that, This is major segue back like we always do. A lot of people
Absolutely.
thought it was cyber attack. I read something about T-Mobile. They said it's just a total error on their part that's getting fixed. So I hope you're here with us.
Absolutely. Well, according to the chat room, we got a lot of people with us, so things must be normal.
All right, so Excalibur did open. You already know the MGM opened the Bellagio, the MGM in New York. So what I learned was I couldn't find a whole lot of information on this, but I found it fascinating. It seems like on Thursday night, 2 a.m., which technically is right after midnight on Wednesday, right, that 2 a.m., someone went up to the cage, the cashier, and robbed the cashier. Yeah, they didn't have the whole story on what I read. Was there a gun? Was there not a gun? Was he wearing a mask so they didn't get his face? But they caught the guy 2 hours later right across the street at the MGM. What's up with that?
Remember as a kid when you would play like Cowboys and Indians or Cops and Robbers? What was the gun we used? Do you remember?
A cap gun. There's a little red pow, pow, pow.
No, before cap guns.
Oh,
Use
a
your
stick?
fingers. Use your fingers. Rumor has it is allegedly reported that gunman, that stick-up guy, simply used his fingers in a pocket, the old method that you would see on TV. That's what was been reported. Nothing 100% confirmed, but that's some of the news that we were getting. So he went in, the old standard, with his fingers in a pocket and held up the cage with just fingers.
That is amazing. So I wanted to know, why was he at the MGM and what did they catch him doing there? Was he gambling the money? Was he trying to get their cashier? I couldn't find the rest of the story, right? Who does that other than this guy?
That's crazy.
I do not promote robbery, but if you got away with something like that, you don't go next door and gamble.
And I think he got away with a couple of $1,000s. I mean, it's not like he got away with $50,000. I think it was like around $2,000 is what he managed to get out of the casino with before he spent it elsewhere. So.
That blew me away. So if you didn't know about that, now you do,
and
right?
That's the rest of the story,
right? So be interested to see what the crime is. Now they know it's his finger. All right, so Steve Wynn Las Vegas has taken leadership on the buffet, you guys. They're bringing the buffet back, but not in the aspect we know. The buffet is going to open Thursday, and there's about 90 items on the menu. You can choose as much of anything you want. However, it's going to be served to you, and here's the best part. Some of you are going to remember this joke I'm about to screw up.
Uh-oh.
They say that you have a 2-hour window to consume everything you want, and who remembers this? Oh, 2 hour, you go home now.
Oh, John Panette.
You know who did that joke?
I love John Panette. Unfortunately, he passed away, but yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He passed away a number of years ago, but yes.
Best joke ever, such a Vegas joke. You
John
go home
Panette.
now.
Look up John Panette. He was heavy, and he did, just to give it a little backstory, that he would go into a Chinese buffet restaurant with friends, and he would just eat and eat and eat and eat, and finally the owners got tired of it and told him midway through the meal that no more restaurant. This is now a dry cleaner. So, but yes, John Panette was great. So you can look that up online and understand where that line comes from.
So funny. So that was the first thing I thought of. They are going to be timing you to save time on their aspect. Of course, you want to make reservations, right? But they're actually going to have you pay after, which brings us into the prices. $36.99, call it $37 any way you look at it for weekday brunch, $60 for dinner, $49 for the weekend brunch, and $65.99 for dinner, which are the typical prices you would expect at Wynn. So that's not bad, and obviously they're going to have amazing food.
So basically the buffet is becoming cafeteria style. Basically, they're serving you from the other side.
I made it sound, what I read, it made it sound like they might even bring it to your table.
Oh.
Like true service. So maybe going back to the You Go Home Now Chinese restaurant, right? They always have that big menu. One menu, you don't even have to flip the pages, and they have all the pictures, which is brilliant because they know everyone sees everything in one shot. So that's what I'm kind of picturing, but maybe I'll try and sneak in there and take a picture. Keyword sneak. But if you are one of the first new buffet eaters, diners, let us know, because that would be interesting to see how it works.
Birthday boy Frank Fusco's in the chat room. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, Fremont Street. Everyone was really excited. The show must go. Not on.
2 hours. That was
off.
2 hours later.
Oh, was it that quick? God, I just left for like 2 days. What happened?
A lot happens. This is Vegas. A lot happens quickly here.
That's why we have the show,
That's right.
All right, so no, they're not going to do it for safety matters. They're going to postpone the live music, right?
Yeah,
so
I think the governor may have had his hand in changing that. I don't know for sure.
it would make sense.
But yeah, they announced everybody, hoo-ha, yay, we're back. And then like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, oh, sorry. We give it and take away.
I was actually surprised when I saw that. So that doesn't surprise me. They didn't. So you got to give a little bit of credit there. We all know what happens on Fremont Street. It's even more crowded than the protest when there's a band. I mean, it's an amazing experience,
Absolutely.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Fremont Street experience. So we'll keep an eye on that. They're going to bring it back. So at least we know they're in there making a run for it, right? Paris and Westgate. I know I shouldn't use those two names together. Two complete things. Two complete different concepts. However, they are opening this Thursday, right?
Oh, right on.
I did have a friend go to Mon Ami Gabi the other day because they have the restaurants open, and they were able to go inside to use the restroom. They said it was really kind of eerie walking through the closed casino.
Right.
And then that's what I meant. Like, yeah, they could have sold tickets for that. Who
Absolutely.
would want to go through and take pictures?
Absolutely. So the good news is that if the Westgate is opening up this week, 2 weeks ago we had Jennifer Romas, the headliner for the Sexy Show down at Westgate, choreographer,
Oh, nice.
and the whole thing. So hopefully that'll be a good sign that if the hotel itself is opening up, then we'll start seeing maybe the Sexy Show back on and all the different shows there.
That would be great. You know, they really did do a good job at the Westgate, right? So
Yes.
I think that he established his name pretty well. I think they're going to pull in a crowd again, right? And
Absolutely.
they give great deals on rooms most of
So
the
I want to
time.
ask the folks out there, our viewers, as we get ready to go to our first break, I want to know, with the opening of these casinos, the Wynn Buffet, are you going to venture down to the buffet and give it a shot and see what it's all about? We'd love to know your answer to that. Put it in the chat room. Send us a live tweet using the hashtag Time2Vegas. That is the number 2 in between there. By the way, regardless of what platform you are using, if you're downloading the Go Live Vegas app, you're watching us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, subscribe and get all the notifications so you know that we are live on all the platforms that you are watching and listening to us, so you never miss a show, a video, an announcement, whatever. Just subscribe and click on that. Now,
That's right.
you're welcome, Frank. Frank responded for the birthday shout out. Now, we're going to go to break.
Okay.
Couple of quick we got to pay some bills. So we got
do.
to let the world know great supporters and sponsors that we have here. But when we come back, better be ready to dial the phone. The first of 3 T-shirt giveaways will begin when we come back right after this. You're watching Time to Vegas with Gypsy G and Aaron. We'll be right back.
Old world recipes, old world style, old world taste. Burnt Offerings at 3909 West Sahara Avenue is where the old world meets Las Vegas for a dining experience like no other. Burnt Offerings, where foodies dine.
It's sometimes easy to forget to stop along the way to celebrate yourself. At Danielle Eugenia Photography, we remind you to take the time to do just that. We capture the magic of everyone in romantic, classy expressions, transcending outdated ideas of beauty by bringing out your inner glow. Our experience allows you to use our Radiant Studio experience with our new mini sessions. Mini sessions include professional makeup makeover, a set of angel wings to pose with, professional posing for all the best shots, and $50 off any package purchase. Styles vary from glamorous and luxurious dresses to cozy and relaxed styles, or sexy lingerie for a sizzling boudoir session. Book your session, Angels and Blessings, mini session today at Facebook at Boudoir for All and on Instagram at Danielle Eugenia Photography, and explore your romantic expression side. Hey, welcome back to Time to Vegas. We want to thank all of our sponsors there, Go Live Vegas, Burnt Offerings, and of course, Danielle Eugenia Photography. Great places, great businesses. Now, during the break, I was just checking my the Time to Vegas video feed. Barbara Schwartz, a good friend of ours from Timeshare, our days. She's down in Florida listening. We thank you. Gina Kruger's checked in. Mama Elicus has checked in from Calgary, Canada. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We are officially international. And Charlene Sr. says, hi, Gypsy. So we thank you all. Now,
Hello.
with that being said, as we continue on with our information, we're going to ask, you want to ask a trivia question or just first caller?
Let's go with first caller,
First
unless
caller.
you have a question.
I
'cause
don't have a question.
I didn't come prepared.
Neither did I.
They're like probably saying first caller for what?
First caller for a Time2Vegas shirt. The new one's in white. Not the black ones, but white ones now. Cooler in the summertime. First
Yes.
caller. Phone numbers there on the screen. 702-329-6947. 855-5024. 3, 2, 1. Call now. First caller.
That's it. That's simple.
Simple.
Hey, so I just read the DMV is open.
Yes.
And they have some guidelines for the first 30 days, maybe longer, but they're just talking about the first 30.
Apparently, the Henderson DMV office had lines that went for almost a mile, backed out through their parking lot. The whole thing was crazy.
All right, there go the guidelines, so forget what I'm about to say.
That's why I use a lady who has a
That's
DMV
great.
service company.
Wow, yeah, so they wanted it limited. They wanted to like suspended license, people who bought new cars. They kind of wanted the rest of us to stay online and use the machines at Albertsons, but obviously that didn't work, so let's get rid of that page. We do still have protesters in the streets. It seems to be a little bit cleaner still, just tiny issues now going on, but they have a different flair. I didn't know about this before I left town. They have protesters, well, I guess they're not really protesters, they're neutral. If you see people in a red shirt that says legal observers, they are either lawyers or law students, and they're there watching you. They're there, you can go, you can ask them a question. How am I doing? What can I get away with? I don't know, I don't 100% understand it. I would love to know if you are a lawyer or anyone, a law student, and you're behind this. I would love to know the true intention of the movement, because when I heard about it, the only thing I could think is, oh, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. And it reminded me of in 2008, after the market crash, someone, I don't know which attorney, but someone posted a billboard behind Town Square, and it just simply said, fall in a casino, call us. So it was kind of suggestive.
We have a caller calling in right now, hopefully for our first shirt. Hello, caller. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Vegas.
Is this Marianne?
Yeah, it is.
How are-
I try to disguise my voice.
Are you?
Doesn't
Nah, can't do that. We know who you. You should have had Frankie call in and pretend he was you. That would give you a new voice.
work.
Frankie
Exactly.
got one,
I
yeah.
gotta do that next time. That'll be a good cover.
So Frankie's got a shirt, and now Marianne's had to call in to get a shirt?
She did, because I gave her a goddess shirt, and I gave her, Nikki, 2 long black sleeve ones like this, so she doesn't have a white one.
Ah, well, I guess she's got a white one now.
Yep. Congratulations.
I love it.
Right on.
Thank you.
Everybody's wardrobes are going to start changing now.
That's what we want. Make sure you're seen on
I
Channel
know.
3 or Channel 5 or something.
There you
Yeah,
go.
definitely. And I wear it proudly, just so you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to tell you, it's a great show. I love my Tuesday morning. Just sitting here watching you guys. It's so informative. I love it.
Right on. Thank you, Marianne. We appreciate you and Frank.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You
Bye,
got
guys.
it. All right, so that's one shirt. We have 2 more to give
Yeah,
away.
2 more. 2 more. We'll
What?
announce when, or you just
How
want to
about
leave the line open.
You want to do it? You want to give away another one now?
You're the boss on
Next
that part.
caller, give us a call, 702-329-6947, 702-329-6947. You two will now get a shirt. We've got them hot off the presses. We got 2
Hot
more to
off
give
the
away.
press. All right, so that was just that, a little tidbit. On Sunday, they did protest off the strip, which was cool. It started in a park, went down some of the side streets, and I heard that was very peaceful. But if you do know the true intent behind those red shirts, who are they representing? Are they neutral and truly representing both sides? That would just be really cool to get some insight on that. Feel free to call us at the number Erin just said. Right, so other than that, we're going to step outside of Vegas for a minute, because one of the things I learned working in the travel industry for 20 years, a lot of the visitors or tourists that I met, they love coming to Vegas not only for Vegas, but they'll spend a couple nights here, and then they'll take off California, Zion, Arizona, places I might not even know about for a day or two. Sometimes it's their very first time seeing the ocean, and they know that they can get to one in 3.5 to 4 hours. That, by the way, blows me away because sometimes those people are in their 50s and they're like, I've never seen the ocean.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about some places that are a short drive from Vegas, right?
And I think that just begs to reemphasize, because I know you and I used to talk about this point when we were in that other industry.
Yes. T-shirt or lawyer
T-shirt, no,
information?
T-shirt. Well, it could be both, but this is Barbara from Florida on the line. How are you, stranger?
I am fine. How are you guys doing?
Wow, awesome. Good to hear your voice.
How's life down in Florida for you?
Oh, hot and a lot of humidity.
That was your choice to go back to the
Florida.
humidity.
That is true, but
So
if
you could, turn down the volume behind you on the show so we don't get the feedback.
all right.
Just for a couple of seconds, that's all. There you
Got
go.
it. Got it. I love Florida, and but my heart's still in Las Vegas.
What are you doing now in Florida? You doing anything down there besides enjoying the sun and humidity?
Well, I took a light retirement when I left working for the fabulous Grandview, and now I work for the fabulous Blue Green.
Oh, very nice.
I like the fabulous word.
Oh yeah, it's a great property where I work in St. Augustine, and I'm not cut out for retirement.
I feel the same way. I think they're going to pry a microphone out of my hands even when I'm 6 feet under. I'll do a remote when I'm 6 feet under.
I feel the opposite. I do like the whole concept of retirement, I believe, but not there
Well,
yet.
that's because you're a lot younger than me, Gypsy.
Gotcha.
Well, listen, Barbara, thank you. You're calling in to get one of these classy new T-shirts, right?
Absolutely, and I, just like Mary Ann, will be very proud to wear it.
Thank you so much. I'll get in contact with you later and get your address.
All right, take care of yourselves. You both do a great job. I'm proud to claim you as my friends in Vegas.
Thank you,
Thank
Barbara.
you. Nice hearing from you.
Be well. Absolutely.
All righty, bye-bye.
All right.
That was
cool.
awesome.
That was great. So thank you, Barbara. One more, but not yet. We'll ask for those calls to come in a little bit. We have one more show we'll give away, probably about 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So let's take a trip. Let's go to Williams, Arizona. That's where I went this weekend. For those of you who don't know, 3 hours east of here. And it is also called the Gateway to the Grand Canyon, right? The
Oh.
Grand Canyon is about 60 more minutes, another hour from there. So it is a little country bumpkin town. It is really adorable. The wind, though, the wind was bad, and that I couldn't do a live. There was an amazing car show. I did make a clip I'm going to show you in a few minutes. But I want you to look this up, not right now while you're watching us, but after. thetrain.com. They have the train to the Grand Canyon. So they have all the history there, too. I drove. I did not get on the train. The train doesn't open till next week. So since it's been closed for a couple months, you're going to want to make reservations. But you catch the train at 9:45 in the morning. It takes you right through the middle of, it's almost like a forest, but I'm going to call it the woods because I grew up in Florida in the woods. And you're back at 5:45. It will stop at the Grand Canyon for 3 hours. You're going to see a lot of cowboys around on their horses, and the cowboys are going to rob the train, so be ready for it. What was that?
I was just making a sound of a horse.
They're going to...
Obviously not.
They're going to actually, I heard, even sing to you cowboy songs.
Oh,
So
there you go.
it just sounds truly amazing. That was one of the trips I was supposed to have already done this year, but then the COVID lockdown happened, so I got bumped out of it. So I haven't done it yet. It was on my list of things to do, but I want you to know about it, and I learned that from some clients, actually,
Oh, right on.
about it. So that's cool. What else is in Williams?
So do you want to show that video now while we're talking about it or not? I don't know what your plan was to show.
Yeah, let's show the video of the Grand Canyon because I did drive up to the Grand Canyon. Then we'll get to the car show in a minute. I didn't think the Grand Canyon was the first one.
Now, did you go out on the glass wall?
No, that was another hour or so further.
Gotcha.
Right.
That's like the South Rim, isn't it?
I want to say west or south, but with my little bit of getting things backwards, whichever one I say, it's probably going to be the opposite. So I'm going to say west, which probably will make it south.
Now this I thought was neat, that a squirrel came up to some folks.
Yeah, the folks in the red hat, the folk, as you go, that's my friend Lucy. That was
Oh,
my
okay.
road warrior partner.
Right on, okay.
I don't know the young guy, but he had the squirrel, so she stopped.
Yeah, those are some great shots. I love that one.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, and Minion even made it. Look at that.
Minion.
Right on. Great pictures from that. That was tremendous. That was
Yeah.
very good.
Yep, thank you. That's an iPhone that I still struggle using. Thank you all for your patience with that. So going back to Williams, at the end of Williams, the west side, on the weekends, there's a big dirt lot that has a swap meet. So if you go there, don't miss the swap meet. On the east side, there is Bearizona Wildlife Park, right? So you drive through your car, you can see bears and everything. I did not do that part because I was actually there for the swap meet, but because it was windy, I ended up coming home because the swap meet's on the dirt lot. So we came home early, and truly the amazing car show took over and dominated the entire town. So
Right
let's
on.
show the car show. I tried to do this live and did some an incredible video that somehow isn't on my phone. So
Well, now these pictures of these vehicles for everybody watching should bring back a lot of memories for some folks seeing these old classics and the way that they're done. That's just beautiful cars. Look at that. Oh, look at those. Jeez.
you can imagine the whole energy out there was great. These are some happy people because these are their babies. They're the proud parents of these cars.
Oh, yeah. I looked at that. I thought that was the Munster Mobile real quickly.
Oh, how funny.
As I saw the front.
I would imagine, in a relationship for both the husband and the wife that I was seeing, I would think for both of them the car comes first, right?
Probably.
They have that mutual respect by the way they take care of these cars.
Do you know what the population is of this city, Williams? Just curious.
I don't, but I bet that you or Aaron could look that up.
I was just a question off the top of my head. That's all. Very cool. Very cool. Great
Yeah.
cars. And you're right. Cars like that, the collectors, and those are not hobbyists.
No.
Those are true collectors, and pour their heart and soul into it like a member of the family, like you were
Yeah.
saying for them. And for a lot of these folks, I think it would have to be a husband and wife supporting each other to do that. You have to have a great wife to support building a car and remodeling a car, especially if one of the partners is not into cars as much as the other. To have something like that, that's gorgeous. Population
Yeah.
is just under 3,300 people in Williams.
Wow.
That's very cool. But they don't have a Walmart yet. They don't have enough people there.
No, but that makes sense because it's a one Starbucks town, and actually I've drinking maybe 4 coffees since the whole close down
Yeah.
of the planet because it just
Right.
fed my anxiety. So the Walmart is in the Safeway, just like we have them here
Mm-hmm.
in our Albertsons or Smiths. I think Albertsons.
Not the Walmart, you mean the Starbucks.
The Starbucks. Yeah, there's no Walmart. We didn't see a Walgreens. We didn't see a Bank of America. We didn't see a Wells Fargo,
Did
a
you ever-
Chase.
Did you at least see a supermarket there? I mean, where did they get
The
their...
Safeway.
Oh,
yeah,
it is the Safeway.
when you
Okay.
first drive into town.
Gotcha.
And good place also to use the restroom if you're cruising through, just FYI. So the Starbucks is in there, but there's like a 30-minute line, right? Because it's the only
It's the only one.
Starbucks. And me and my friend Lucy, who you just saw petting the squirrel, we were like, man, we're in a small town. We're the only people who didn't go, hey, what's up? Blah, 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 and know someone by name in the line is Starbucks. By the way, nobody wearing a mask. Everyone hugging each other, again, except for Lucy and I. We had masks and we weren't hugging. Total small community, guns on the hip, right? Cowboy hats everywhere. And just like you would expect from the town, going back in time. It was really, really cool. I highly recommend it. Plus, I didn't realize how bad I just needed to get away, you guys. It changed everything. I feel like from last Tuesday when I was here, it feels like a month ago. All day I struggled with, that was just a week ago. If you just get your butts in your car and go somewhere for the night, even if it's Laughlin, which is next on the list, just changes everything.
I noticed you have
Pressure
Laughlin, but do you
drops.
have our other favorite location on here?
I don't, because I knew it would come up without me writing it down.
All right, here's what we're going to do.
There's the question for the T-shirt.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
that's true. But you did list some trivia information on our run sheet today.
I
So I
did.
am actually going to use one of them to give away the last shirt. But first, let me remind everybody that you are watching Time to Vegas right here on our Facebook page, but more importantly, coming out of the Go Live Vegas studios here in Las Vegas. You can catch us right here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, Twitter, Go Live app, GoLive.Vegas, and I know I'm probably missing somebody in there. And when you get to these pages and these sites, regardless of how you're listening to us, please make sure you click on the notifications on the page. For instance, for YouTube, you have the little bell or you're subscribed to the page, things like that. This way you're always informed when shows are live, podcasts, or when Gypsy's out and about filming stuff. This way you don't miss anything. We would appreciate if you do that. So we're going to give away our last T-shirt here, but I'm going to ask a trivia question. But before we do that, we have an announcement to make. You and I are going to be on the road. In about 10 days doing the show.
Yes.
Our sponsor, Burn Offerings, Executive Chef Jen, who was here with us in studio last week, they're going to be celebrating 1 year.
That's
Open up,
beautiful. Congratulations.
Providing some great food. Burn Offerings located at 3909 West Sahara, 702-848-BURN. Of course, we just saw their commercial a few minutes ago. We'll see it again. From 6 to 7, Gypsy and I, and AA Ron, once I remind him the night before, we're going to be doing a live remote from the show. Now, we will also be posting information about the times that folks will be available to come in, because again, with spacing and numbers of bodies that can be there, Chef Jen was talking about maybe kind of offering it in a couple of shifts for about an hour, hour and a half to enjoy. But Gypsy and I will be there, and a little flavor of Las Vegas. A little, what when you think of Las Vegas, besides slot machines and tables and food, what's another thing people associate Las Vegas with?
I want to say, but I've already been informed. So.
Well, that's okay. Say it. You can say it. That's why I'm asking.
How do we give a clue? Lots of feathers.
Feathers. Feather tops, like peacocks. Feathers.
Going back in time.
That's right. Going back in time.
Inside the casinos.
Just think of Oscar Goodman.
Days.
Whenever out he was in public as mayor.
They were all around him.
And we're not talking about the folks that you see down at the Las Vegas sign or anything like that. No. This is a professional business called Premier Showgirls.
Showgirls.
Carrie Byers, she'll be on with us on the 30th, and also a new sponsor here that'll be starting in July. But Burn Offerings, mark it down, June 30th. More details to follow in terms of the exact times that'll be open for folks to come in and enjoy. Menu items, whatever it is, we'll get that information out. But again, the 30th, 6 to 7 p.m., come out, say hi to Gypsy and I. Maybe we'll have a couple of T-shirts, some giveaway. Who knows? We'll just do whatever you can, but come on out and join us on the 30th. If nothing else, you'll have great food. That's for darn sure.
There you go.
Here's your trivia question for that last T-shirt. Hopefully you won't use Google. What year?
Use it. Go ahead.
What year was ground broken to build the Hoover Dam? And what was then also the start of Boulder City, of course, for all the workers. What year did ground break for the Hoover Dam? First caller to get it right will win our last white Time to Vegas T-shirt that we have right here on our desk. So first caller gets it right.
Bump.
All right.
Oh, that's right, because we gave away 2.
That's right. 3 minus 2.
I'm glad you're on that, because I'm like, what happened to the... That's right. Okay. All right. So Laughlin. I'm not going to go too deep into Laughlin. Most of you know about Laughlin, but we do have out-of-state viewers, and actually it turns out out-of-country viewers.
I was just going to say international.
And so that's cool. It is just a short 90-minute trip. It is one of my favorite trips because, again, the Hat Beach life, it is the fastest way to a nice, really nice beach that kind of reminds me more beach than... I had the thing about Lake Mead. When I would go there and go on a boat, I always found the muddy beach where you sink up to the knees. So that doesn't happen. I know there's places here, you guys, I don't know where they are except maybe Willow Beach. But so Laughlin, I'm actually on sand. I'm on the Colorado River. The Colorado River is cold, but if you want to gamble and you want to be on the beach, to me that's the best, quick, inexpensive place, because especially if you go during the week, they practically give the hotel rooms away. However, the good news, I heard people are really traveling while I was in Williams, and I had a friend who tried to even book Laughlin or Havasu. Mm-hmm. 4th of July weekend, you guys, everything's packed. When I was in Arizona, everyone from all over the country are in motorhomes and vacationing again. So do check on reservations, because a lot of people are still out on unemployment And they have money to spend because they don't have a job, so they're traveling, and I think that's so cool.
And you're talking about a ride to Laughlin that's maybe an hour and a half.
90
tops,
minutes exactly.
Right? So it's very quick, it's easy. Far enough, yeah, close enough. But we'll talk about another spot that Gypsy and I like that's a little farther, but still close
Yeah.
enough as well.
And going to Laughlin first makes that closer. But
Sure.
if you want the beach in Laughlin, there's 3 hotels you want to stay at. Otherwise, you're sneaking on those beaches or driving around to the Arizona side of the river. So you have the Riverside Lodge, and you have Harrah's. Harrah's is where I used to stay because of the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to drive a little further, and you're not worried about the other casinos, the Avi. The Avi has
Yes.
a really awesome beach. I believe that's an Indian casino in Indian
Correct.
land.
And I do believe they also have room for your RVs too, so you can
Yeah.
have a campground as well down there. So absolutely. Again, these are small little hidden gems around us that, like you just said, if for nothing else, break up the monotony of the 4 walls of your house. We're all itching to do something. These are close enough to hop in your car, be smart when you get there, but hey, take advantage of what's here. And Vegas is a hub city. It's a hub city for other
Definitely.
destinations. You don't have to just, well, I don't like to gamble. Well, guess what? Come to Vegas. There's so many other things. Mount Charleston, you've got Red Rock, you've got all these other locations that are more than reasonable in terms of a drive. You come out and participate in them. That's all. Simple.
I have friends who
Doggone it.
I see on their Facebook, they go down there just for the day to play in the Colorado River and drive back.
Yeah. I'll be doing that
Yeah.
on the 22nd.
But
Not
you're
Laughlin.
going somewhere else.
I'm
Go
going to
for
Lake
it.
Havasu for the day. Friends of ours will be down there on vacation for a number of days. And so Monday we're going down. They're renting a pontoon boat.
Oh, beautiful.
And we've
Love
been
it.
invited to go down and join them for the day, which will be good because it's going to give me an opportunity to scout Havasu a little bit because I will be going down there for a week in July, which
Perfect.
is my normal vacation week. So I'm excited. Like you said, I'm just excited to get away for a day on a boat, on the water out there in Lake Havasu. And again, that's only 2.5 hours away from here. It's about 180 miles, close enough, far enough. You get to travel through Nevada, California, and then Arizona. Where else can you say you're going to go through
Yeah.
3 states? You know, I love it down there. I mean, I care about the heat down there. It is warmer than here, but as long as the water's wet and the air conditioning in my car and in my room is cool, I don't care about the heat. It's fun. Just got to be smart with sunscreen and protection, but it's great. I love it down there. And the water, you walk in, it's walk-inable is the word I like to say.
Walk-inable.
When
I
the
like
temperature's right, it's just walk-inable. Hey, we have our trivia question still up for grabs. What year was the ground broken for the Hoover Dam? Call now. Come on now. 702-329-6947 for our last shirt. This should be easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So we want pictures of the water in the pontoon boat, and I'll put
Absolutely.
a little video for everyone to
Sure.
see together.
If it's not windy, maybe I'll even do a little live video and send it to you.
Perfect. And if you do go down there and you don't want to rent a pontoon boat, make sure you look into the Rubba-Ducky Tour.
Oh, I did that too.
R-U-B-B-A, Rubba-Ducky Tour. Best thing they have.
Wife and I did that a couple of years ago. Had such a blast. That was so. We did the sunset ride at night.
Oh, I did the other one to Topic Rock.
Oh,
Amazing,
beautiful.
you guys. You have your own boat. It's about this big, and you follow the lead duck.
Exactly.
It's just awesome.
If I can dig out the picture of my wife and I on it from when we did it 2 years ago, I'll send it in. So maybe next week's show I'll have Aaron pop it up so that people can see what we're talking about. But
Perfect.
it was great. Different size boats from 2 to 6. I mean, it's great. And you're driving.
Amazing.
And you're driving the boats.
You are the captain.
Captain Stubing,
All right, so if you don't want to go that far, I'm going to jump ahead to
for an old reference.
Where do I have Willow Beach? Willow Beach.
You had that on the last page, I believe.
Oh, okay. I said I was going to jump ahead. If you don't want to drive that far and you want the beach, I'm going to go shoot a video from Willow Beach within the next week and a half. It's just before the Hoover Dam. There's a turnoff. The signs are pretty good about pointing out where to turn. So if you want to splish splash and you don't want to go that far and you want to be surrounded by beautiful mountains looking, but not quite as big as Lake Mead, Willow Beach. Oh, go ahead.
We have a caller on the line. Who's this, please, and where are you calling from?
This is Allie calling from Oceanside, California.
Allie from Oceanside, Cali. Allie from Cali.
Hi, Allie from Cali.
Hi.
All right, Allie. This is a history test. I don't know if you were awake in history in high school or college to know the answer to this, but what year was ground broken to... Go ahead.
1931.
1931 is the correct answer. Congratulations.
Thank you. I was.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. I will contact you later and find out what size shirt you want.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Callie. All right, 3 for 3. Gave away 3 shirts today, very easily.
Awesome.
Right on.
Perfect. This is the place to get giveaways, that's for sure. Matter of fact, that's right. I forgot at Williams, I did a big giveaway.
Yes, let's talk about that.
I gave away to get us some more likes on the page, likes on the YouTube.
Sure.
As well as emails on my 702goddess.com or 702goddessbrand.com. Most of you know I do t-shirts. And the big winner was $200.
Wow.
Right? And that went to Ivan. I'm not going to say where anyone's from because I don't think that needs to be known. Do you want to grab
We
that?
have another caller on the line. Oh, we had
we
another
lost.
caller on. She must have heard, or that person must have heard. We already gave away the shirt.
You can call back. We
But
can do
Terry,
another one.
I saw her name come up. Her name was Terry. Call back and say hi. We still like you. It's
We
okay.
can, we can squeeze in another shirt. Might just take a week because I have to get them printed, but we can squeeze you in, Terry.
Terry, call back.
Do it now. All right, so
Malaya's in there. Hey, Malaya, long time. My cousin Peter from Washington, D.C. is in the chat room.
Washington, D.C.,
You
right
betcha.
on.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. So we gave away a
Ivan.
$200 prize to Ivan. The check's going to be in the mail tomorrow. We have Jenna, Paula, Grayson, and Michelle who won shirts. Grayson, I do believe, is the wonderful father who actually bought his daughter a BU shirt because you should always be you, and she loved the baby unicorn. So thank you for that. Those T-shirts will be in the mail. Is tomorrow Wednesday? Tomorrow, yes,
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, this is a place for giveaways.
Right on.
All right. So we were talking about Willow Beach.
Willow Beach.
You can, rent boats, go hiking, and pretty much everything I say you can do on one of these beaches, you can do on all of them. Go kayaking, just hang out. You can also go up. Is that Terry?
That is Terry
Hi,
calling
Terry.
back. Hi, Terry.
How did you know it was me?
Well, that's why we have caller ID. We spared every expense to make sure we know who's calling in. Where are you calling from, Terry?
This is Terry Haley.
Oh, Terry Haley. Terry? Your name came up different on caller ID. That's why I didn't recognize you.
Incognito. Good job.
Terry Haley, she does a show. I'm going to give her a plug if that's okay, boss.
Yeah.
Sugar Shack, Facebook. Saturday still, Terry?
Saturdays at 2 p.m. now.
2 p.m. She's an entertainer. She
Which
does
2
tribute
p.m.
artists.
Pacific
time.
Pacific?
Yes.
Okay.
This way the East Coast gets it at 5. Great point. I'm glad you asked that. Sugar Shack, look for Terry, and she's on Facebook as Terry Haley, not the name that came up on my caller ID and confused the daylights out of me. So great singer, tribute artist stuff. I mean, she does great tone, and she works with our guy Johnny Bird every once in a while here in town as well, right?
Yes.
Do you want to sing a little? What would not a phrase? What do singers lyric?
It's early in
Yeah.
the morning for singing.
Their voices are not
gotcha.
are
I'm
not
not a
tuned for this
singer.
early. So Terry, what we'll do, I'll connect you and Gypsy on Facebook, and then you can give her the pertinent information, shirt size and stuff, and we'll get a shirt out to you. But on one condition.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Somewhere in one of your next shows, after getting the shirt, you have to at least show it somehow, some way during a show.
Oh, no problem.
Product placement.
I always plug the
I know you do.
coffee mugs and the shirt. Well, now the shirts, okay.
And then, of course, when you do put it on, when you do wear the shirt and you get it, make sure you take a picture of it, send it to us, and then we can even put it on our Facebook pages as well. And we appreciate the support with all the thousands and thousands and thousands of fans I know you have all around the world. Should be tens of thousands.
Stop. I have a question, though. She mentioned the train.
Yes.
You said it should be opening next week?
Yeah, I believe they said. Well, today's 15th. It might even be this Friday. Friday. So their website's thetrain.com. If that doesn't come up, just Google Williams, Arizona Grand Canyon train, and it'll come up. There's a whole bunch of different prices on the train, depending on which cart you choose to sit in. There's different style seating. Some of my friends told me actually, I think it's called the caboose, the last one, that you can actually walk outside looking back, right? And one of them has a sky roof. So I'm not sure which one I'm going on, but I think that since it's a lot longer than I thought, 9:30 to almost 6 o'clock, I think you definitely want to upgrade if you can, pay a little more and get a comfortable chair. But it looks amazing.
We've taken family that's visited before the Skywalk,
And that makes me a little nervous walking on glass over that cliff. I thought a train would be a lot more of a pleasant thing to do.
We just got word from A.A. Ron, who, of course, well, you only knew him through your remotes, but the Grand Canyon Railway opened up yesterday, the 15th.
I was close.
You were good. Yeah. So it's already open.
So yeah, so I would call and do reservations. I think you'll be fine especially comparing it to the Skywalk, because this train's been doing this for so many years, and I've never heard anything bad, because actually I never even heard about it till about a year ago, which I found amazing, because I probably would have been on this 20 times if I knew about it sooner.
Now, here's the great thing about being robbed by cowboys, because they're always wearing their bandanas up over the noses. You know they're practicing social distancing for hundreds of years right now.
You went there.
I did go
there.
Terry Love, thank you so much for calling in and watching us. Personally, you know I love you and appreciate your support for all the shows that we have here at Go Live as well.
Thanks. Have a great day, guys. Enjoying the show.
Thank you, my dear.
Nice meeting you.
Richie from Minnesota has checked in the chat room. He is in the chat room saying he's listening. Richie, thank you, sir. We're going to step aside for our last time out so we can take care of our sponsors. You are watching Time to Vegas right here in the Go Live Vegas studios in Las Vegas. Gypsy and I will be back in 60 seconds.
Old world recipes. Old world style. Old world taste. Burnt Offerings at 3909 West Sahara Avenue is where the old world meets Las Vegas for a dining experience like no other. Burnt Offerings, where foodies dine.
It's sometimes easy to forget to stop along the way to celebrate yourself. At Danielle Eugenia Photography, we remind you to take the time to do just that. We capture the magic of everyone in romantic, classy expressions, transcending outdated ideas of beauty by bringing out your inner glow. Our experience allows you to use our Radiant Studio experience with our new mini sessions. Mini sessions include professional makeup makeover, a set of angel wings to pose with, professional posing for all the best shots, and $50 off any package purchase. Styles vary from glamorous and luxurious dresses to cozy and relaxed styles, or sexy lingerie for a sizzling boudoir session. Book your session, Angels and Blessings, mini session today at Facebook at Boudoir for All and on Instagram at Danielle Eugenia Photography, and explore your romantic expression side. Welcome back to Time to Vegas. We are coming around the clubhouse turn already. 702-329-6947. Send us a tweet, hashtag Time2Vegas. Question, thought, comment, something you want to hear about, learn about, suggestions for us to look up and talk about on a future show.
Anytime. All right, we had a few more things at trivia.
Bring your phone, bring your mic in too.
Hello again.
There you go.
All right, couple more things at trivia. No
Yes.
calling, just going to give you the trivia. 1830, in 1830, fall back, way back, right? 2 springs were discovered in the Mojave Desert and named Las Vegas, which means the meadows. Just FYI, in case you didn't know that, because most people don't know that.
No.
Right? 101 years later, 1931, gaming became legal, and in true goddess style, the first license went to a woman named Mame Stockard.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry, that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Most people don't know that either, right?
Hello, Adrian Zoya. She's in our Time to Vegas chat room.
Oh, Zoya, hello, hello, hello. All right, so back to Splish Splash. Lake
I was
Mead.
taking a bath. Dun-dun,
That's
on a
2 for
Saturday.
you.
I know. Well, you're setting me up.
So I did really, right?
You're setting me
Lake Mead Recreational Area was established in 1936. I didn't know that one. I just looked that up last night. It also is the largest reservoir in the U.S. in terms of water capacity. Sad to say, we all know we are nowhere near the capacity. You see those big white marks that most tourists, if they're driving in for the first time, they think it's painted. They're like, what's all that white stuff over the rock coming in by the dam?
It's the watermark.
It's the watermark, right? That's the sadly enough. So you can also do all that. Boating, kayaking, lay on the beach. There's also, maybe this is where I got Friday. The dinner cruise at the lake hasn't opened yet. Maybe that's what opens Friday.
Oh, the boat?
Yeah, the little big paddle wheel.
Yeah, the paddle boat. Oh, that would be cool if that opens back up.
Yeah, have you ever done that?
I have not. I got to be honest with you. I've been in this town. It'll be 24 years come August. I think I've actually set foot on a Lake Mead beach only once.
Oh, wow.
Only because for me, it's like a 2-day trip to get out there.
Yeah, no, I understand
Yeah,
that.
so no, I just don't get over to that side. But it is beautiful. But yeah, just one time.
So I worked for a minute last summer, just on the weekends out at Lake Las Vegas. And same thing, I never used to go to these places because if I might jump in my car and drive that far, in my mind, I could go to Laughlin and make it a little mini vacation because
Right.
I also live on the west side. But I finally understand why you guys are in love with Lake Las Vegas, as well as Lake Mead if you have a really nice boat. It's beautiful out there. And now they have like that aqua sports park and
Yes.
kayaking, also boating. It's just amazing.
Actually, I just realized I forgot about a second time. I was actually on the Lake Mead waters. Mutual friend of ours, Don Parr,
Yes.
had
Yeah,
a boat. I don't know if
yeah.
he still does, but he invited my wife and I and kids. We went with him and a couple other folks on his boat one year and swam
Nice.
out by the dam. Actually, we drove out into that Arizona
Yeah.
area by the closer to the dam. 2 times I've been out on Lake Mead.
So that probably means you had good food too, because he makes some
yes.
amazing food, him and
Yes.
Marcy.
Yep.
So yeah, going back to Lake Las Vegas, they do music on the weekends. There's big, huge, grassy, I'm going to say patch, not the other word because you called me on that before. Where
The grassy knoll.
the grassy knoll, you said it, I didn't. Well, I did, I repeated it. But anyway, people hang out and they watch music. I'm not sure if the music venue started. It could there technically if they had some kind of layout for the towels because the musicians are on a little floating barge. Anyway, it's up on it's attached to the shore. They're not floating out, but it's floating so people can't get on the stage, which also funny in Williams Arizona this weekend. They had musicians and they fenced them off, like just a chain link fence. At first I was like, what?
So they caged them.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, for safe playing? That's wow.
They were
right?
they were not cage-free musicians.
They were not cage-free, not
caged.
certified.
That's daggone it.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. But now I know why everyone loved Lake Las Vegas. Unfortunately, we missed it when it was alive and had a casino, right, to hang out in.
There's no casino out there. It was the Montecito, wasn't it originally, whatever it was?
Yeah,
Something out there?
and I was actually never in it again.
I think I was there once for a karaoke night. Again, when I was in timeshare, I got hornswoggled to go out there. But they don't have any active gaming out there now. Is that right?
Well, I can't say none. They don't have a casino, but the last weekend or the one before, whatever on the weekends, I was there in the summer. There was a bar, maybe bar/steakhouse, if I remember correct, that was about to reopen. Nothing to do with COVID. It was reopening just because still from 2008, maybe it changed ownership. They were about to put gaming in the bar, and I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. These guys are brilliant. They're going to make a fortune because they're the only gaming out there.
Right.
You have 2 hotels, but new gaming. You
Right.
have the Hilton in the West.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Well, the last thing I'm going to talk about really quick because our clock is ticking. One of my all-time favorites, Zion. Oh my God, Zion National Park is amazing. It's 3.5 hours north. Just head on the 15. You're going to go through the gorge. The gorge is amazing. They blasted through a mountain there, so it's really windy on your way into. Gosh, now I don't remember if it's into St. George or out of St. George. No, it's going into St. George because I sometimes stay in Mesquite, wake up in the morning and go up to Zion, but that way I have at least one casino activity at night. Just before you go into Zion, there's amazing little country bumpkin town, not quite as country. It's more earthy, not country bumpkin. So it's not like Williams. It's an earthy town, really. You can spend the night there. There's hotels. When you drive into Zion, you have to park your car. You pay to go in. All these places we talk about, some of them are national parks, so there might be a fee, so you want to look it up. And you catch the shuttle. They have a shuttle going through the park because it's stopping the eroding of the roads from eroding because there was just too much traffic through the season because it's an amazing national park. I thought the shuttle would honestly suck and not have it in my car nearby. I actually kind of like it, right? You go slam out a really big hike and you come back down and you jump on the shuttle. It gives you that moment to go, oh my God, catch my breath. Yeah, you'll have to go up there and try one of the hikes. I think you'd like it.
I will because we started hiking. My wife and I, we've done a trail out at Red Rock, which I see is on your list. And then Mount Charleston has some great hiking trails too.
Oh, I always forget. I'm sorry, I forget about Mount Charleston because I go up there for lunch.
Last
maybe
summer,
once
my
a
wife
year.
and I did the Mary Jane Falls hike. For her.
Oh, there you go.
Her commitment last summer was to get over her fear of heights. And so to get up there, it's a switchback trail and everything. And but we did that. And, we started hiking. So we're going to explore some things. And I know we are running out of time, but something you did mention here, or if you haven't gotten to it yet, I don't mean to jump ahead, but Valley of Fire.
Valley of
has
Fire.
some great hiking up there too.
And Valley of Fire is a nice ride. It's like, what did I say, about an hour, a little more than an hour. Also north, you'll see one sign says Valley of Fire, turn off. I would go early, right, because of the heat. But it's beautiful like Red Rock, but amazing because it's kind of the same rocks. It's still laid out different, and I'm going to mess this up, but there's those Indian things.
Petroglyphs.
Thank you.
I knew. I was waiting for that.
You knew that was coming. I love that. Thank you
Is it
for
up?
knowing.
Are they up 15 or 95? I always get confused. Is it up 15?
The 15. Yep. I think Mount Charleston is the only thing we've mentioned that you would go out
Go up
on the
95.
90. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
And if you're not from here and you're going to Red Rock, just cruise down Charleston because then you get to see what our town is and that we don't live on the Strip. We actually, have other things to do here. We love the Strip, but we have other things to do because when you work on the Strip, and in the Vegas book that I once wrote with a partner, Deb, my business partner, we talked about the silliest questions that tourists will ask, whether you're a dealer, that's blackjack or craps dealer, or food server, or whatever industry. And when they find out you live here, they're like, they find out you work here. They're like, well, where do you live? Like you fly into work every day or something. It's so comical.
We're not pitching a tent between Bally's and Harrah's, I guarantee you
exactly.
that. Listener in the chat room, Anna Calderon, she mentions Duck Creek as well.
Duck Creek. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
A lot of good stuff. Listen, the bottom line is that, when people hear the word Vegas, they always think of pretty much one thing. That's the gambling, the food, the Strip, the neon, and everything else. Well, there's plenty of other things to do, and this is really a melting pot city because of the different cultures we have here, Mother Nature. Listen, this town is within, the mountain range around the city. What would you say? We're about 40 miles around diameter-wise, maybe, roughly 50 miles?
I would say I have no clue.
Okay.
Wouldn't even know how to guess on that
So I'm
one.
guessing, either way, we are in this valley. That's why we're Las Vegas Valley. We literally are in a valley, and that mountain range around us, everything from Sunrise Mountain, which I was at Saturday night. It was not in the morning. It was at night I was there. But I was touching the mountain at an event I was at, to the west side of town where you and I both live, to the mountains, the Red Rock Range up there. This town is in a valley, and because of that, Mother Nature has been kind to us. We haven't even touched on things like the Springs Preserves and all that other stuff here in Vegas. But whether you're a gambler or not, I hate to say it, but it's always time to Vegas because there's always stuff to do.
Always time to Vegas.
Absolutely. All right, closing thoughts, because the clock is ticking. The sands through the hourglass are just about done.
Just real quick, when you said we're a valley, when I first moved here 30 years ago, on the radio they kept saying it's like 105 in the valley, and then I'm like, where are they talking about? I was so pissed, and then finally, like a week later, someone told me Vegas is a valley.
There you go. Well, we do get a lot of. Our producer put up there that. Twitter right now, a lot of folks are watching on Twitter from Mexico, our neighbors to the south. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, folks, everybody out there on Twitter and the apps and all this stuff. We thank everybody for watching. Okay.
Working on some amazing guests.
Yeah, we have some guests coming up. We know on the 30th, Carrie Byers, owner of Premier Showgirls, will be in studio with us, who will also be with us again at Burnt Offerings later that evening from 6 to 7. We are working on a guest for next week. I will just say this. You'll have to watch the Time to Vegas Facebook page for any announcements as to who or what that guest will be. We have a few in the hopper. We're just going to see who comes up through the bingo hole, who the winner will be. So just stay tuned to that. All right, closing thoughts as we say goodbye.
Have a great day. Have a great week. I'll be out live on the Strip either Friday or Saturday night and seeing what the visitors are doing, unless it's windy.
Unless it's windy. I'm Aaron Phillips for Gypsy G and everybody here at Go Live Vegas. Thank you for watching, everybody. And you know why? Remember, it's always Time to Vegas. We'll see you next week.